I love it. You gotta love the idea of like a masked vigilante and swashbuckling swords and stinking fluffy shirts, and it's like, uh, uh. And what I love about Zorro is like, it's like a dark movie. The beginning of the movie, stinking Antonio Banderas, it's him and his brother. They're hanging out. They're doing, Zorro, or just outlaw things. They're like a couple little scrounger outlaw type people. They have jobs. They make some money, but they're really just kind of off on the lands to themselves or whatever. And the stinking like Imperial Guard or whatever kills his brother, chops his head off, and then later in the movie, you find out they have his brother's head in a jar, and it's like, oh my goodness! Just to look at for the fun of it, it's like, gosh, hold on, the Mask of Zorro. Now the cast of the Mask of Zorro, of course, you got Antonio Banderas. He becomes the Zorro. He's trained by uh, Anthony Hopkins. Now, weird thing about Anthony Hopkins being in this movie is that he's Anthony Hopkins. He's like a white guy, and they look. You can argue he was just like a little extra tan in the movie, but no, they put a little bit of makeup on him, make him seem a little more. I don't know. I guess they were trying to make him like Spanish or like I don't know, either from Spain or from Mexico, something like that. I don't know. And I don't know how I feel about it, but he was still good in the movie regardless, even with his weird accenty stuff. Catherine Zeta-Jones is in it also. She's not Spanish at all, I don't think, but she's playing a Spanish woman in there or something. And let's see. Despite being a Welsh actress portraying a Spanish character, Zeta-Jones discovered similarities between her volatile Celtic temper and the Latin temperament of Elena. Ay ay ay. I don't know. Let's just excuse everything. Oh my gosh. Isabella Scorupco, who worked with Campbell. I don't know who Campbell is. Campbell probably. It doesn't matter. On GoldenEye, Judith Godric. I can't pronounce. Selma Hayek, Shakira, and Jennifer Lopez. They all screen tested for this movie, and I would. Selma Hayek would have been great. Honestly, they should have got Selma Hayek in there, especially now because Selma Hayek is little Kitty Softpaws or something like that, and that's the thing. So people were like, "Why don't they make Zorro movies anymore?" And it's probably because Puss in Boots is literally kind of Zorro. And I can't even lie because Puss in Boots, the newest one, was like, oh wow, this is basically Zorro. Uh, and that one has Selma Hayek in it as Kitty Softpaws. I think that's her name. I'm going to make sure first. Yeah, Kitty Softpaws and Antonio Banderas Puss in Boots. And instead of a Z, they'd be carving out a P because he's Puss in Boots. I never saw the first Puss in Boots movie, but the second one is awesome and it looks crazy cool and awesome, and it's well animated, and it's about how Puss in Boots is like, man, I'm freaking out about dying, and it's just really good. And they have a little dog, therapy dog friend, teaching kids about therapy through swashbuckling cats. Anyway, back to the Mask of Zorro. So the Mask of Zorro came out what year? 1998. The first one came out in 1998. And the second one came out, The Legend of Zorro, came out in 2005, which I actually think The Legend of Zorro is not that bad. I'm going to look up a trailer for it because I didn't think it was that bad. Let's look it up. The Legend of Zorro. That one's a sequel, and it deals with them having a kid, and it at the end of the movie, it kind of hints at possibly the kid being the next Zorro, which it could have done. But there hasn't been a Zorro movie since then, which I'm going to talk about. But hold on, let me see the trailer. Okay. PG. I think this one was PG. The first one was PG-13.
They are calling you.
A secret he must keep.
Do you know how lucky you
I love the
are to make
announcers
it
they
this
have
far?
for these.
Alive. That your enemies have not discovered who we are.
Ooh, my family is my life.
A promise
Here is me, here is quitting. We are this far apart.
he must break.
Oh my God. They want to destroy America.
A destiny
People still need Zorro.
he must face.
I beg you, give me the courage, strength to wear the mask a little longer. Allow Zorro one last ride.
It's who we are.
Well, they say allow Zorro one last ride, and it was. It was the last ride.
Uncontrollable.
This is what he does.
They're playing the Pirates music for the trailer.
No matter where you go, the world isn't big enough to hide from me.
I can't wait till my puppy kicks you.
There is no time. Our man is not who you think he is.
You have no idea who I think he is.
Well, I think I know who you think he is.
No, because you do not think. I'm undercover.
Elena works as a spy.
Adventure starts with a Z.
Oh, adventure starts with a Z.
Who sent you?
That's funny. It's literally Pirates of the Caribbean, or maybe like, you know, done a little different, just not be, but it's the same thing. But man, they have not done a Zorro thing in so long. I think they are now, unfortunately, but I don't know if I like the idea they're going to do. Let me see. Zorro. Disney is bringing back Zorro. Which, why does Disney have to have everything? But, let's see. Zorro. Oh, well, apparently they had Zorro long before also, because they did, the old TV show Zorro in the 1950s. Also known as Disney's Zorro. Wow. I meant new, though. New. So yeah, they're going to get Don. Oh wait, no. They're going to get the guy who played Fez in that 70s show. He's going to be the new Zorro, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I just don't like how they're going to be. Yeah, it's a Zorro series, probably for Disney Plus. At Wilmer Valderrama, he's the new Zorro. I just don't know. Like, I don't. It's not that I don't think he can do it. Maybe he can, and but I just hope it captures the same sense of like old school adventure and maybe some like lesser known stories of like Central America. Maybe. What I loved about the first Zorro, like I learned stuff about like Spain and the Spanish Inquisition or something. I don't know stuff. I learned stuff about it, and it was cool. Just being in the world, being like the 1800s or whatever, and just seeing like the construction of America starting to come. Like, yeah, like the first Zorro had to do with like starting to like grow out California and make it a real place to be. And I thought that was an interesting concept. I like the idea of like just seeing, stinking Latin stuff in a new Zorro thing that was interesting, cool, still actiony, still Zorro had a little bit of spiciness with the between him and Catherine Zeta-Jones in the movie. Captures that pizzazz and do some swashbuckling. We don't have enough swashbuckling things. And I don't know why it matters to call them swashbuckling. I guess because they wear swashbuckles. I'm gonna look up what a swashbuckle is. Swashbuckle. Oh, I just misspelled it. Swashbuckle. Engaging in daring and romantic adventures with bravado or flamboyance. Exactly, though. Yeah, we need more of those. The last we had was like Pirates of the Caribbean, and then now we've had like 3 different attempts at a Peter Pan, and they can't do that right. So god dang it, let's do it. Let's do it. We need more. And if Zorro can scratch that itch, I am more than welcome and happy for it. But I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it to the best it could be. That's all I gotta say about that.